saved it. I saved it.
Snack time.
All right, are we ready?
No, we're not.
I'm back.
Yes, I am ready.
Snacks.
Welcome back, Bree. Okay, so
What is everybody eating?
as we know,
Is everybody eating?
this is the Ready Group
Human.
Confessions Night. And conflicted confessions are simply, you get to tell me, oh, that looks good. You get to tell me all the wild and crazy dark secrets you have inside and what kind of a heathen you truly are in response to a pre-stated scenario from we're on the first deck right now of the conflicted game. On the back, there are different scenarios printed, and we will have the ladies pick a card and read that scenario out. Then we will start, and everybody will have a couple minutes to give their response to that specific scenario. Once we're done, we'll kind of have a general chat of everybody's answers. And that's it. It's very simple. If you caught the last game, we had some pretty interesting answers, and it was different. It was fun, but it was different. So we're going to do the same thing this round as well. And we'll start with, well, hi, Bree. Who are you?
What do you mean? Well, I'm Brianne. Hello. I live in Thunder Bay, Ontario. And what else do you want me to say?
I don't know. Who's Bree? Who's Bree? What does she do? What?
I work at a
You know,
bank.
why are you here?
I like playing games, and that's about it. Well, actually, honestly, I didn't know you guys were even doing this till Adam told me, and I thought it'd be fun.
Oh, okay. Hi, Joe. Who are you?
Hey, I'm Joe. I am a long-time listener, first-time caller. Been a member of multiple preparedness groups, bushcrafting groups. Bushcraft is a little bit more my focus, but I do prep to an extent. I live in a tiny home with my wife, and
Where's the wife?
the wife and my soon-to-be son are in the tiny kitchen.
Oh, congratulations!
Say
And
hello to the soon-be son and wife.
everybody says hello.
Congratulations!
Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm eating
Okay.
grilled cheese and tomato soup. American.
America. Cheddar. Miss Penny, who are you?
Oh, let's see. I'm Penny. Mom of 2 kids. Started prepping, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago.
Hi, honey.
Nothing special. I work at the work for the Postal Service. Yeah, watch out.
She's a dangerous one.
I'm the dangerous one.
You can move out your bills so you get your power cut off.
Do what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. I was pressured into coming here. My arm still hurts where it was twisted. Oh, there's somebody else.
That's Adam. Hi, Adam. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Adam, also known as Toots on YouTube. I'm an avid hiker, outdoor enthusiast, and primitive skills enthusiast.
Where do you hail from?
I hail from North Shield. I'm from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. And you already know what the deal is because we already went through this with you. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 10. We'll let the ladies go first. Bree,
I'm gonna guess 6.
Oh shit. Okay, you get to pick the card. Oops.
I can't see you, but
Pick a card, any card.
I'm gonna pick the 6th one from the left.
Okay, that works. Here we go. That was good, wasn't it? All right. Here is your situation. A unique opportunity to kill a tyrant has presented itself. However, once this shot is fired and the man is dead, his entourage is surely going to rape your corpse. Your family is far away in a semi-safe place. Sorry, it actually meant
Start over, repeat
Just
that. I
kidding.
don't understand. Okay.
you got an opportunity to kill Adam, but once the shot is fired and Adam's dead, you're surely going to be killed. Your family's far away in a semi-safe place, but they still need you. Would you sacrifice yourself for the greater good of the community and risk your family, or would you keep your family safe and let the opportunity pass? How would you handle this situation, and why?
So there's a tyrant, and I have the opportunity to shoot him. But I'll
Yeah, you know that the governor is right there in front of you, and he's going to come and get you and your family anyways. You know, he's got Negan beside him, so you're pretty much fucked. And you got an opportunity to kill him, but if you do, you're probably not going to make it out alive.
Yeah, fuck that. No way.
Which you're probably not going to make it out alive anyways, so it's delaying the inevitable kind of thing. But if you do it, you know your family is going to have that much of a bigger chance of being safe, because now the tyrant's dead. Cut off the head.
So the tyrant's out to kill my family?
The tyrant's out to kill everybody. He's a tyrant. That's what they do. They get this little card. It's like, hi, I'm a tyrant. You know, I'm your local, you know. And they
Despot.
go kill people. Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like these questions are so vague. Okay. Would I kill him? But my family needs me. So no.
But if you let him live,
Well, you don't know what's gonna happen if I let him live.
well,
card doesn't
chances
say
are
what
he's going to be a
happens if I
tyrant.
let him live.
If he's a tyrant, he's probably going to come and get you. You know, it's kind of what tyrants do.
Me in particular?
Well, of course, because you're free. Sure.
I probably wouldn't do it.
Okay. Why?
Well, for one, I just, it's such a weird, I overthink these things. I probably wouldn't do it, especially because the end of the card says your family needs you. And if I die, because it says, yeah, like, if the tyrant is alive, the family might have a better chance, but it says specifically at the end of the card, your family needs you to be alive. So would they really have a better chance if I shot him and killed him and I died too?
And what if you
But
save the
would
whole
you
neighborhood?
swap the safety of yourself and your family for the greater good of the community? So basically, you know the community is going to get screwed if you don't. That's what the card said. The card said, would you sacrifice yourself for the greater good of the community, which includes your family, or would you just be, you know, greedy and jealous and think about yourself and survive?
It's a really hard game because there's so many options. I don't know. I probably
That's why
would
you-
not. If I was going to stand up to shoot him and I would get shot too, honestly, probably not.
Okay. Let's move on to Penny.
It's delicious.
Well, I'm a terrible shot, so it probably wouldn't work anyway. So,
Go ahead, Rascal. You can eat that.
In this case, you're close enough that even you couldn't miss.
Okay, Godfrey, eat his piece.
but I'm gonna die.
We talking Bobby Kennedy close?
It's most surely that that his entourage will probably kill you.
Okay.
They might muck about with you for a bit, you know, duct tape and tickle feathers and, you know, whatever. But probably in the end going to kill you.
So my family's only semi-safe, so there's possibility that,
I know you know how to eat this.
oh god, these guys are going to head over there anyway.
Cheese? Have two.
Oh, I think I know I can't single-handedly save my kids, and they don't know everything they need to know to survive without me. You know, we got our pooled brain between us. God, I'm gonna have to pass and protect them. I can't give those two kids up for the community.
Okay, why?
Because they're mine. And I don't really think they could do without Mom just yet. If I knew they had the skills to keep on going and take him out, and it was, but if I knew they were safe, golly bum. See, that's the part I don't get about the card. It says they're in a semi-safe location, but if we kill him, will their guys still? I mean, thing with a tyrant.
He's a tyrant, and he's terrorizing people, and chances are he's terrorizing your community and you kids are part of that community. So
the thing about tyrants is they surround themselves with other creeps. So one of those is going to rise up. The whole thing has to be taken out. You're going to have to get the whole community together and take the guy out.
Good call.
Point.
that is a good point. They are creeps, and they probably would kill you, so you'd need to take care of them as well.
Yep.
But why
So
are you
Why am I what?
Why are you coming to this conclusion, though? Why are you coming to this decision? Is it strictly because of your kids? Is it?
Pretty much.
Okay.
If it's
Well-
just me, I'm not so important in and of myself, but they're important to me. So, I saw a nose.
Okay, let's move on to Adam.
So, would I sacrifice myself for my family? Yeah, I would. Looking at the opportunity, if I knew that there was a tyrant that was out to get my family, and I seen the opportunity to stop that from happening, and in my life was the sacrifice in that. There's a good chance that I might take the opportunity to do that, to protect my family, even if it meant my life.
Well, you're also protecting the community at large, your whole group, you know.
Would I let myself go to protect others? Yeah, I would. Because I expect that of the people around me as well.
Okay, so that's why? Just because you'd expect the same?
I expect the same. Yeah, I try to surround myself with like-minded individuals or people that do allow them to. They allow themselves to put their safety in my hands, and I put my safety in their hands, and we respect each other for that. So we look forward to the opportunity of helping each other out.
What if we're just talking about the community of Thunder Bay in general and all the superfluous
Let them burn.
there?
Thunder Bay.
It's Canada. They don't have dictators in Canada.
They're too friendly, aren't they? He came up from Minnesota.
Look here, buddy. You're going to have to give me half your coffee, okay?
Well,
No, you don't want to? Well, okay, I understand.
Is there
Have a good day.
is there anything else you want to say there, Adam?
The card does mention that the family needs you to survive. Potentially, you think that maybe they can't make it out in that case, I wouldn't want to sacrifice myself for nothing at the same time, right? So looking at it from both perspectives, sacrificing your life to save your community and your family, absolutely. That's whole part of the reason why we respect our veterans so much, is because that's what they've done for us already. But also looking at it as sacrificing yourself for nothing, you don't want to do that either. So
There you go.
the way I read the card, yes, I would make the commitment, and that's why.
Okay. Now, Mr. Castle. We don't even need to get to you because you're America. Fuck yeah.
Whoa. Since I'm about to lay it all out
All right. Let's hear
and die on my shield, I'm gonna have a smoke. So I'm of two minds on the subject. So my first answer is if it's just me and my family, I believe if the requirement of the card states that they absolutely need me to survive, that's gonna
community.
My family will always come first.
Okay, but the card states specifically: would you sacrifice yourself for the greater good of the community and risk your family, or would you keep your family safe and let the opportunity pass? That's the clincher of the whole scenario.
And that's why I said I'm of two minds on it. So I'm getting to the other point. Second point of that situation is the reality is I'm not going to have anybody surrounding me in my community that I couldn't trust my wife and children with. That being said, I'm gonna fall on my sword and take out the villain, because I know that people in my community are going to respect that act, and they're going to take care of my family, and everything will turn out.
See, when I think community, I'm thinking my neighbors, and I don't have enough relationship with any of my actual physical neighbors to make me think that any of them are going to step up.
Well,
if you're talking about a survival group, a bug out group, the people that are, in that scenario, then, that makes it different. But if I'm thinking just some guy harassing the neighborhood and the community that way, I can't put my kids above people I don't know. This
is the whole point, is that it is all in a post-apocalyptic era, if I'm not mistaken. Therefore, that being said, we had the same kind
of questions come up last time, and it is a post-apocalyptic scenario, first of all. So it's pretty safe to say that we can go with the worst-case scenario for everything, right? In this case, your community would be your group. In this case, the tyrant would be Negan or somebody like him, and just be some outrageous situation, and kind of reflect it from that perspective. So, I mean, what I noticed with the answers, you all had it's almost like there's a split camp. The female had one perspective, the male might had another. Both the females said, I wouldn't do it because my family needs me, and that's very mama bear. What I mean? That's very, very. What do you call that? That thing inside women, the whole nesting kind of
instinct.
Nurturer part.
Yeah, the nurturer, and that's a common human thing, a common female thing. And then you've seen the guys, and they're like, well, I'm gonna fucking kill him. You know what I mean? Justified the way they did it, but I do it because whatever. But it was the I would versus I wouldn't. I don't think in these situations, this card, similar to the last one, the last time, that there's a right or wrong answer. That's what makes it so interesting, and why it becomes conflicted, because especially if you get people that know each other, like, okay, for instance, Brienne and Adam, you guys spend a lot of time together. So if you have conflicting answers, it's like, you'd actually sacrifice me, or whatever.
Well, because the thing was, like, the card said specifically at the end, your family needed you, and it was either your family or the community. It's basically
Now, here's the thing. Your community would be, in this case, your group. Kind of like Joe was saying. And a lot of times in those situations, it's like your group now knows, well, I ain't going to fucking do what I got to do to protect you guys. I'm just going to look out after me and mine. And that's where the conflict comes in.
Like, when you said
You see
community,
what I'm saying?
same thing Penny was thinking, like, just like Thunder Bay in general as a community. I'm like, I don't even
Fucking,
break force the people in Thunder Bay.
I don't even like Thunder Bay.
I was thinking more of a
Best part of-
spectrum and like not post-apocalyptic, but knowing that going forward, I'll definitely do that.
Say, yes.
Well, okay.
Me and my family
take
have
a
escaped
minute
to.
Reamend your answer if you'd like. You got this opportunity to do that.
Well, so the group or community is like a ready group kind of people that you know and trust, and it's post-apocalyptic, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
And your tyrant is Adam and Joe.
Well, Adam wouldn't be the tyrant, or I couldn't shoot Adam. There's no way. Unless he was working with Bobby, I couldn't shoot him.
Coming for all the cookies.
The maple ones, you're American. You wouldn't like them.
You're right.
Hey, those are good.
So,
But
yeah.
I don't have children, and I don't have. If it's just a ready group and there's someone terrorizing the group, I don't have any children. My immediate family wouldn't be there. It would just be the group. So I would probably shoot him in that case. But I was thinking like I had like a family and
Would you
a
shoot
large
him?
community that I didn't know. I'm like, well, if I have a family, like I can't leave them. But in this case, it's more real life applied via post-apocalyptic scenario. I don't have a family. I don't have children.
But what if you did? Where would you shoot him?
Huh?
Where would you shoot him?
I can't hear you, Gary. I'm sorry.
Where would you shoot him?
Why wouldn't I shoot him?
Where?
where on his person would you shoot him?
Oh, if Adam was a zombie?
It just changed a lot of things.
That just escalated. Where would you shoot the tyrant?
Depends on what kind of shot I had.
You've got a 45 1911.
Oh,
What?
I couldn't
Come on
even
now.
hear that.
Come on now, they're Canadian. They don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
That's my dream gun.
You've got a big pistol.
All right.
Now this is a
Am I-
pistol that I picked up and pinged a 6-inch target from 15 yards away without even thinking about it. It's an awesome pistol. You could get him.
And what? At his front or back or what?
You could hit him anywhere you wanted to.
I'd probably go for a shot towards like the probably just the body, the heart of the lungs, like somewhere in there. Not the headshot. Head's too small.
There's a problem with that.
What about the one up here?
Huh?
What about the one up here?
You're messed up.
There's a problem with the body
I've
shot.
never shot a gun. My aim would be horrible.
You're sitting right beside him. You can't miss. All you got to do is just take it out and like aim it in his general direction. You're gonna get him.
If I'm sitting right beside him, couldn't I just hold it to his head and tell him to fuck off or I'll kill him?
You probably could, yeah.
But then he fucks off and just comes back with his friends the next day and lays waste to your whole area.
But,
Your
but you
option-
don't know that. You're assuming now.
No, we're not. We know that he's a tyrant. We know he's an issue in the area, and he's not going to handle that kind of disrespect. You either take him or you walk.
But okay.
I agree. I agree with what he says. If somebody says, that person's a tyrant, they've got resources. Nobody's a solo tyrant.
Negan. If you did that to Negan, what would happen?
I can't hear anything.
If you did that to Negan, what would happen?
Get the bat. Lucille.
I think Brian's having some sound issues. Can you kind of relate it to her?
You're breaking up a bit with me as well there, Gary.
No, it's you, Gary.
Okay, maybe I'm having issues.
Wait, how many times have people said that to you, Gary?
I don't know. What was the question I was just asking?
Were you asking the next question?
I think so. Oh, well, okay. You kind of amended your answer.
Well, consider, like, I thought the card was implying that I had an actual family, because it says family. But
You do.
it's okay. Long story short, if I had no children and just like a post-apocalyptic community, prepper kind of community thing, yeah, I'd shoot the guy.
Okay.
If I had kids, it'd be a different story.
Now, does anybody have any comments for anybody else's answer?
No, I don't have a community, so
I don't.
I'm gonna run hide.
I'm going to say my comment here is, and I really hate to sound like misogynistic, but
American.
here we have, well, what we have here is, you made a comment to that extent as well, that the female is like, well, I need to protect my family at all costs, whereas the male mindset is the greater good. So the big joke, of course, is that men use logic and women use emotion. That is kind of an illustration of that very mentality. That the female is like, well, no, I wouldn't do it because I need to get back to my family. Whereas the male is like, doing this will secure my family in the future. That being said, you're not gonna chase off a tyrant because, as Adam pointed out, you're not gonna find a tyrant who's got like one buddy. You know, he's gonna have a crew. What's that?
So yeah, that's just an asshole, not a tyrant.
Exactly. That's just an asshole. That's just a guy trying to puff his chest out. But we're talking about a crew of established, possibly paramilitary or whatever, just scumbags in general. So that's you're gonna have to take him out, or you're gonna have to deal with the consequences of leaving him to be. So I mean, hands down, if it's me or my family, it's got to be me. Especially considering, as the card established, that we're in a prep community in a post-apocalyptic scenario. Say I've got me and my kids and my wife, and we are up at Gary's place, and someone rolls through. I know Gary's not going to let my family suffer. He's not going to, he's going to put them to work just like I would. He's going to teach them just like I would. And they're going to pull their weight just like they were before, just not with me at the head of the household anymore.
There you go.
Okay.
So,
Well-
like I said, I had to smoke a cigarette since I was going to lay down on my shield or on my sword.
But now, see, if we do it like that, I'm kind of the mind that, if I had another community, someone to train them up in the way they should go, etc., then, that would change my answer. But right now, they only have me. As weak as I am as a link, that's all they've got.
This is kind of why you use the time you have now to establish for later, because if you try to do it later, it's just not going to happen. You know, you have to address these issues today. You know, and I mean, it's not that anybody wants to see some kind of a crisis erupt, really. Some do, some don't, most don't. But what if it does happen? You know, we're going to do something a little different this week. Adam came in last. Adam's going to choose the next card.
Oh.
We're going to do a quickie.
Pull out the middle card. I'm always down for a quickie.
Ready. Nuclear blast destroyed the modern infrastructure, and your family, along with the family of close friends, are living off of foraging the countryside. Every person's barely getting enough to eat, including the children. And the deaths from starvation have begun among the weak. While searching for food, you come across a bush with a few handfuls of berries on it. It isn't enough food for the entire group, but it could be a feast for you and your immediate family. Would you obey the rules and distribute the few berries you have with everybody in your group? Or would you break the rules and secretly feed the berries to your family? Ooh. Here's the mama bear coming out.
No, I would not break the rules. I would not break the rules at all.
You're full of shit. Just go on, Brienne.
I have a reason why I'm not going to break the rules. If I think myself above my group that is surviving alongside me, they're relying on me, I'm relying on them. I'm going to go behind my group's back and hoard food, steal food.
Because that's essentially what it is. It actually is stealing.
You're stealing food. The rule is people are dying. Other kids in the group, other fathers have kids. Their children are going to be starving. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm going to get caught or not. That rule needs to apply, and you need to kick those fucking people out who aren't going to abide by those rules because they can't be in your group. If you're going to make it, you need to have trustworthy people, and I'm not going to risk having my family kicked out of a survival group to fend on their own because we won't make it. There's no way that a small group, a mom and a dad, and a couple of children have the supplies, wealth of knowledge, skills that a community of survival people have. So that's the reason why I wouldn't break those rules. I might do better for one day, a couple of berries, or potentially the next meal comes along and somebody else might find. And you're also going to build conflict within the group, not risking all of that.
Most definitely the backlash will be pretty bad.
Absolutely. I can imagine how mad I would be if I came with like one berry. You know, I'm distributing these berries. I found a bunch. I've got one for you, one for your daughter, and oh my God, what is this? You guys found like 10 cans of food, and you guys are just hoarding it to yourself, right? So how mad would I be? So, yeah.
You're such a nice guy, Adam. Okay, Bree, your turn.
Well,
She's eating her berries now.
I agree completely that if you break trust within that group, no one's gonna be able to trust you again. And that's bad. So, because yeah, like you can't. Well, I'm not saying this for everybody, but if that was me and I got kicked out, I can't make it on my own. And
Well, you're young too. You're good.
I would feel bad because everyone else is starving too. Like, who says that I have the? Why can I take all these berries? Not
See,
fair.
Canadians are just friendly like that.
Well, now we said it's post-nuclear, right?
Yeah, and even during a post-nuclear crisis, we're still being nice because we're just Canadian.
Well, no, but it's like, it's the fact that, I mean, you have a group, right? And you're all looking out for each other, and that's the point. So, if you're not looking out for your group, why should they look out for you?
Well, that's the whole point of a group.
That's well put, Bree. Yeah, if you're not looking out for your group, then your group's not going to look out for you. And
And this is why it's important to find like-minded people. So that way you can do so without having to feel like it's some kind of a challenge or some kind of an issue.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, if it's post-nuclear, I'm hoping someone finds some canned food in a basement because those berries are going to be covered with fallout. And you guys can have all of them.
No, you only found berries. Berries is it. That's all you get.
In the card that the berries were deemed safe.
They are. They're just very safe. They're very, very.
Okay.
They're strong berries.
Go check them.
They're Canadian berries.
Okay, well, if we're not in fallout zone, then maybe, but.
So they're limp-wristed and small.
Let's move on to Joe.
Go take it out and check.
Okay, let's bypass Joe and move on to Penny. Penny, what's your answer?
You got to take them back to the group. That's the rules. The rules have been established. We don't break the rules.
You found 12 berries. You can take 10 back?
Well, no, I'm gonna take them all back. How many people are in this group?
800.
There's 8 others. I found 12 berries.
800.
Oh, 800. Oh, well, shoot, yeah. Take them back.
No, I'm assuming that it's probably the group is like a couple dozen people. And you probably found, a couple dozen berries. We don't know.
A couple apiece.
Yeah. But added to everything else, it actually makes.
Exactly, because you don't know what everybody else found. You may found somebody that found a canned ham and some taters.
Well, that's what Adam was saying. They found canned stuff, and they ain't sharing because you just ate the damn berries.
Well, that's it. You got to take them back in case somebody's, you either have a feast or a famine together.
Ah, see, now that's what I like to hear. Whatever the situation, doing it together. Joe?
I'm going to say overall, we're looking at par for the course. Everyone's agreeing here. You have a group dynamic. Everybody is hungry. Everybody's starving. You can't. I mean, you've established. You guys know it. The reality of it is, any group that's gone through that has become family. And starving.
And there's no rules that says you can't take your portion and give an extra spoonful to your kids.
True. I mean, you can. You obviously you could pass yours on to your children. I've got to agree with everybody else here. In a situation like that, your group dynamic is a family, and me not feeding little Tommy, is just like me not feeding Joey.
So does that mean you want to put my berries in your mouth there, Joe?
Oh, please. Don't threaten me with a good time.
You know what? This is just too much fun. We're going to do one more, and we're going to let Mr. Joe pick the card this time.
All right, but you actually got to pick the one I say.
Yeah, of course.
I want the one your pinky is touching.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not it.
Turd.
My pinky touched it.
Yeah.
The airplane you stole is too heavy, and it's about to crash. You and your 6 buddies have 5 minutes to decide who to dump out. Fuel and supplies has been dumped already. 2 of you need to go in order to make the airplane stable, but there are no parachutes. The 2 who need to leave the plane will suffer an excruciating fall to their deaths.
Oh.
How would you handle the situation and why? Now we finally get a card that I wanted to hear. All right, we're going to start with Penny this time.
Wait, it's my card. Don't I get to go first?
Shut up. You got berries in your mouth.
This dick.
Oh, God, mercy. I don't know if I could personally pick someone to put to death.
It's you 4. It's you 4 in the plane, and 2 people got to go. But you guys actually know each other. You're established together for a couple of years. You've you've managed to get by all the crisis, and you've stuck it out, and you guys are just like really tight, like family.
That's just it. I don't think I could pick someone. I mean, of course, the pilot, is probably can't stuff him overboard because that's not a good plan. But oh god,
Oh, it's you and your 6 buddies, but whatever, it's the same thing.
is this
Are you,
is this all the group? I mean, is this your only survival group, or are there other
Yeah.
people we're flying back to?
I don't think it really matters in this situation. You could be flying back to the rest of your group, or you could be, that's it. We'll just use that's it for now. You and 6 others, that's it. That's all you got.
I guess whoever has the least survival skills.
So it's going to come down to experience and skill set?
What else is there to pick? I mean, if you have to sacrifice 2 to save 4.
Yeah. Well, what if it's me and I got like this awesome personality and smile and twinkle in my eye? You can't, I mean, I got to fucking live. You got to go.
Well, if I have the least skills, then just shoot me before you toss me over.
Well-
I don't want to see it coming.
Well, yeah, I could say.
I'd rather you kill me first,
Well, and this is kind of a sick joke to make, but
You're basically murdering someone, so you might as well do it face to face.
you know when people jump off a building to commit suicide and they scream on the way down? You might have to scream a couple times if you jump from the plane without a chute, because that's an awful way down. Like, ah! Ah! Somebody walking down below might be going, what the hell is that? Sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Anyways, okay, so you'd say you'd volunteer to be one? Just shoot you first. Okay. Well, Bree, what would you say? What would you do? What would be your thing?
Is one of these 6 people the pilot?
No.
Okay. And this is like you're ready.
He is like right next to the camera this whole time.
This is like so. This is your ready group, right?
This
And
is
it's
your
like
this
six
is
people that got
this is
to know,
this is
like,
your
work
ready
together,
this
got
is
to
your ready
together.
group. This is
Right?
your ready group. This is the group that you're with. This is you and Adam and 5 buddies. Dylan, his wife, Corey, his old lady.
And we got 5 minutes.
Yeah, because you're going down. You're either all going to die or you're going to toss somebody's ass out.
Rock, paper, scissors.
There you go.
It don't have to be an awful quick game. Come on, damn it.
Well, we got 5 full minutes. It says we got 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes.
Best 2 out of 3. In 5 minutes, could the pilot not get down ground kind of low and freaking land me in the Hudson River?
Yeah,
I've
right.
seen it done. It's been done.
No, he's a bad pilot. He's barely
Why is
keeping
he
it in.
flying the damn
It's on
plane?
autopilot. It's on autopilot.
Mm.
Fly down,
It's on
autopilot.
Yeah, it's like, just doing its own thing.
It's hard for me to put myself in the situations. I don't know what I would do. I definitely if it was seriously like life or death for everybody in the group, I'd like to say I'd have the balls to volunteer, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. If I volunteered, I wouldn't let him do it.
I want to keep some women around in case they want, to rebuild civilization afterwards.
Yeah, fucking throw me out now.
Mm.
Why do I have? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got like a little microphone with an X out on the bottom of my screen.
No, Gary, you're muted.
Gary.
He is probably messing with the dogs.
Okay.
No, he's talking to us right now.
Yep.
He's muted. Hold on. I'll message him on.
That's what I was fixing to do.
I'll message Gary. Gary, we can't hear you, Gary.
Yeah, I'd like to say I'd have the balls to jump if it's just like me and 6 buddies. But I can't make that call unless I'm there. It's hard for me to
Can you
pick.
hear me now?
I know I wouldn't let
Yeah.
Adam do it. So
I
So you
won't
can
go
hear me?
higher than the 3rd rung on the ladder, so I'm not going to volunteer to jump out. Kill me and toss me over if you have to, but I'm not jumping out of that.
Harsh.
Can you hear me now?
yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you now.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to Joe.
Joe.
Okay,
You've ate
so
your berries. You've ate your berries, and you've now got 5 minutes to enjoy them while you're digesting and figuring out who's to go.
okay, so I'm just assuming, obviously, that we are flying somewhere.
Yeah.
So 2 people. That
No,
being
there's
said,
you and
we're flying
you
somewhere.
and 6 others, but 2's got to go.
Who's a parent?
Alias.
What's that?
Alias.
We're all parents?
It's a good way to start discriminating, though, against 2 ghosts.
So who's
Interesting.
parents? Who's got children? How old are their children? How healthy are they? What's their skill set? You got 5 minutes? I knife the 2 I like the least and throw them out the fucking plane window. No, I honestly, I think I've got to look at that. You know,
I want to make friends with you now.
Yeah.
honestly, I think I've got to look. Do they have children at home?
Yeah, but they're ugly.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah, but they're ugly kids. You can make new ones.
Yeah, but your parents didn't throw you on the rock pile in Sparta.
Plane wasn't going down. Thank goodness for me.
Yeah, lucky you, right? Yeah, I think that's got to be my question. Is like, are they parents? If there aren't any parents, that's a different situation altogether. Then I'm looking at skill set and age. Skill set and age are really, they're going to be a factor anyway. But like, if their parents is a big factor as well. If they don't have children at home, you're fooked. And that's no offense to anybody, but I mean, yeah, if you don't have someone you're responsible for back on land, I think you're going to take a long walk.
So the single guy gets tossed, okay?
That sucks.
Oh, no. A single guy doesn't necessarily not have children.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be a whore. Yeah, that's right.
You could be a whore, you could be a widower.
Yeah.
It's an apocalypse. Maybe his wife was killed. Maybe he's the only parent his children have. Maybe she's the only parent her children have. You really have a lot of scenarios, and in the reality of that, yeah. I mean, someone's going to probably have to lay on their sword. Someone's going to have to lay on their sword. I'm saying it's the person with the least responsibility back home. Who can I live without? Like, if
What
a
if that
guy's a
person's
farmer, then I'm fucked.
So you're just gonna jump? All right, goodbye.
No, actually, I'm not just going to jump. I will have someone cut me, or shoot me first, because the 3 things in life I'm afraid of are burning to death, falling to my death, and drowning. So I would never jump out of a plane. I don't give a fuck if I've got 10 parachutes on.
That's me. That's me. I don't go up on the ladder, much less want to jump out of a plane.
Dude, it's not that bad. And actually, out of all the
Yeah.
accidents that have happened parachuting, most people live. Just so you know.
I think
Yeah.
the
My
I'll
fall,
take your word for it.
ask here,
My-
seriously,
my-
is
my
what
fall was 900 and some odd feet. the last 900 some odd feet, my chute collapsed, and I mean, you can live. So
You must have landed on your face.
Oh, that's hard.
I did. Actually, I landed and I got up and then got drug on my face.
By your chute that uncollapsed?
It really sucked. Yeah. It really sucked.
Yeah, I'll pass. What were you saying, Adam?
Well, I was saying the most important question to ask is if you are going to be falling out of a plane or jump out of a plane, which technique are you going to use? Are you going to go for the swan dive? I mean, personally, I think I'd roll the cannonball as I go running out of the plane.
Belly
personally.
flop.
Belly flop, yeah. I mean, you could do like the whole aerobatics thing on the way down, you know.
Yeah, you got time to try them all.
If I've got to jump straight out of the plane, I'm going to go for a straight dive because I want to get to the bottom as fast as possible.
Oh, I take
Well,
mine.
you know what? You would definitely accelerate for sure. So let's hear Adam's answer. And while he's getting the answer, I'm just going to check on the puppies.
The puppies. The puppies. Well, if I had to make some sort of decision, like we couldn't start brainstorming, right? We can't come up with a solution like let's fucking rip the chairs out of the plane. Eh? That weighs a lot more than my ass. So though that's not an option, and we actually have to start removing people from the plane. We had 5 minutes. I'd be drawing straws pretty quickly. I don't want to be sitting there debating. Well, Mike's a really good cook, and you know, like
Scissors.
yeah, Jeff's a nice guy, and Mike's a good cook. Oh, who should we keep around? You know, I'd be drawing straws pretty quickly. I can see that happening. I mean, it worked in movies like Independence Day and shit like that, so it's got to work in real life, right?
I'd actually like to revise my answer. First, Brienne stole my answer. I was going to say Rochambeau. Rock, paper, scissors, motherfucker.
Yeah,
but
nothing wrong with that.
honestly, if we're talking about a weight issue, the fattest motherfucker's going to go first. And I'm the biggest fucking dude around usually. So I am going to go first. That's just unfortunate math. I mean, honestly, if I go, 2 people will be fine. Or 4 people will be fine.
We never brought that up. It's not like we say we need to save 400 pounds. It's not like the plane needs to save 400 pounds. Let's take fucking Lake over there and tell them the fuck out.
It needs it to be people, so that way it becomes personal. Normally, this game is played within a group of people that you. It would be like I said, you and Dylan and Corey and their wives and people you know and like. So that way, when you have different conflicting answers, it could be like, well, shit, sorry, Corey, you got to fucking go. Sorry, D, you got to go. What? You'd want me to go? I actually watched this one video of this game, and there was these 4 guys. And they're all sitting around drinking and, doing shots and playing this game. And there was a card that came up. And I swear to God, they kept getting more angry, and they were arguing, and they were fighting. And it came to the point where they were almost going to draw blows. It was that great. And, I've watched it pull some serious emotions out of people.
It can.
And, it's a little different when it's, strangers you're dealing with. But there's also another flip side to that as well that you don't really get with people that because everybody's got their own, freedom to kind of like just spew without any kind of repercussions. So.
Well, and we've got the social niceties. We don't want to sit here and say, look, I'm tossing Joe because he's the big guy. You just can't.
Yeah, that's what I'd be saying. Nobody asked my opinion.
What's your opinion, Gary?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking Joe's got to go. Do you see the size of the guy?
We're conflicted by the fact that we can't necessarily be as honest as we'd like to, maybe because we are, we're being social and nice.
I'm not.
You never are.
Well, that's why you need to know me for who I am, not for who I'd want you to be, or who I want you to know.
I'm being serious. Yeah,
He can be an ass.
I'm proper fucked. I know it. I know that from my own self.
I know right off the jump that the first person would be Joe. I know this. You know, that would be what I would say. Not because I don't like Joe, but Joe's just a big motherfucker. He needs to go. I want to live.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
6'5", 3.5.
You can grab the wing. You can do whatever you want to do, but you're out of the fucking plane.
I grabbed the wing. I'll flip the fucking plane over if I grab the wing.
Just hang drop on the post. You know, I don't know, but you know, I'm going to be honest that I would love to say that whole, you know, I'm all up for the group and everything else, and I would be, you know, 100%. But when you're in a situation like that, as much as you love the people around you, there's going to be that part of you that says, fuck it, I'm dying here today.
Correct.
You know? And
There is that.
the type of person that could be so selfless that would say, fuck it, I'll go, you know, is one of two types.
One you don't want to lose.
One of them is just a really good fucking person, which there's very few of. And number two, a liberal who wants to be viewed as a good person, and fuck them, they can go. I don't like liberals anyway. You know. So, that's the reality of when it comes to a really dangerous situation. And let's face it, when you look around your personal lives, there truly is very few honest to goodness decent people around.
Correct.
You know, if you can honestly look at me right now and say, oh shit, everybody I know is fucking awesome.
You're full of shit.
You know, well, maybe not. Maybe you really truly believe they're fucking awesome. It just means that you're not really very discerning. You know,
you're not a realist. Yeah.
You can look at society and see what's that meme that kept going around Facebook, you know, Black Friday, and everybody's killing each other and fighting each other and stepping on each other for the TV sale.
For a TV,
Imagine when we're out of food.
That's right. Could you imagine when it actually meant something? The reality is, people get fucking vicious on the best of days.
Yeah, because the reality of it is I sit here and I tell you that logically speaking, I know I'd be the first to go, but also logically speaking, I'm telling you, fight or flight's going to kick in, and I know I'm a big fucking strong dude, and I'm chucking the first motherfucker I can get a hold of because I don't want to die. As selfless as I'd like to say I am, that's the reality of things.
So in other words, he's one of us with him.
You remember what Penny said, though, right?
Someone cut me.
Shoot her in the head and then chuck her?
Yep. That'd probably be the only way I'd go off.
I wouldn't try to fuck with you that way. I wouldn't be wrestling with you.
I agree. Neither would I.
You know, it would suck. Now, if there was a different situation and you were on the ground, you'd be the guy we'd want to keep around.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? But in this situation, sorry about your luck.
No, I agree.
And then Adam's got to go too. You know, he's just kind of cute, so I don't want the competition.
I was gonna say, basically, it's a procreation thing.
Yeah, it's survival. I'm ugly, but you're gonna fuck me anyways because Adam's gone. Ha ha ha!
Oh, that's terrible.
That's messed up, isn't it?
That's true.
I'm a bad person. Okay. Well, no, but I mean, in the reality, it's gonna come down to the biggest weight, right? So, realistically, the two heaviest people are probably gonna go.
Yep, agreed. It's probably gonna be me and Gary.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. We'd be gone. It would be Penny, Bree, and fucking Adam just chuckling on the way down. Where's them berries? I want it.
Now we're only splitting them 3 ways.
Yep. So it worked out good for them.
There's 4 apiece now. That's the reality of things, though. I mean, a situation.
It sadly is. You know, we'd like to be all nice and hugs and fields and everything else, and some people are like that. Some people inherently are just friendly folk like that. But we're talking about a situation where shit ain't so friendly, you know.
Yeah. We are
Yeah.
products of our environment, and if our environment changes to a situation like that, you know, there's 6 of us. There's an airplane.
The
There's
biggest thing for
fucking-
survival, you got to adapt. You know, you got to
Yep.
adapt to that scenario at the time. What was your
So-
answer anyway, Adam? What was Adam's answer?
Who? Oh.
Adam's.
My answer?
Yeah.
My answer was drawing straws. We had 5 minutes.
See, that's just a friendly thing. That's just you're so Canadian. Like, what the hell?
Well, it resolves problems. Are you going to sit there? Do you think in 5 minutes you can sum up?
Thanks, Ross. Bree's playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. I mean, why don't we
Yeah.
just bust up a Monopoly board and fucking, you know, first one to get free
It's
parts?
not going to take 5 minutes to play Monopoly, Gary.
We can shoot dice.
Play Monopoly, Gary.
I want to play Monopoly now.
The reality of it is even if, even with drawing straws, you're coming down to the base mentality that when you open that door and that guy has to take that step, is he going to punch you in the fucking face and chuck you? Or is he going to say, well, it's been good?
I'm wrapping my legs around you and jumping. We're going together.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to have to bleed me, dude. I mean, really. And I don't want to be that way.
I'm having a hard time hearing Bree.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear Bree.
Yeah, I can't hear her either.
She's holding her hand over the mic, probably.
You got a thumb over the mic, yeah. She did.
Sorry, I was holding my phone from the bottom. If this is a survival group that you know and that you survived through things with, you know, you'd hope that they would, you know, if they drew the shortest straw, that they would take that leap, or that you could help them by, like, you know, like Penny said, you can eat me first, but, like, still, like, they're accepting it. And if that happened to be me, well, it sucks to be me.
Well, the reality of it, okay, so that's legit, right? You're with your group and you guys think that everybody's come to that point where they're like, I accept my fate. But then you're at that door and you're like, motherfucker, I've survived a nuke. I've survived radiation. I've survived famine. I am not jumping out of a fucking plane. You know,
I want one last hug. And then just kind of, oh, shit. Sorry.
you know,
So I
yeah,
gotta
it's-
go.
yeah. I mean, like I said, man, that's
You're
a
also
mentality
talking-
that's gonna be there.
You're also talking a very horrible way to fucking go. Like, I've seen some grown ass men turn to fucking jelly at, 20,000 feet up.
I'd be
No,
one of them.
They go, woo, and to do it willingly. I'll be honest. I don't think I got it in me
Nope.
to willingly do it without a shoot. With a shoot, fuck yeah, that's just fun. But without a shoot, knowing what's involved, no. I don't know if I got it in me. I don't. I'd have to toss the dogs.
That's just good, isn't it?
Yeah. Puppies will be gone.
That wasn't an option.
Yeah, but you guys have already answered, so I'm just throwing that in because.
Well, hell, if I'm tossing my dogs out, we'll all be fine.
These dogs are about as big as you now.
Oh, I got about 200 pounds of mutt out in the backyard between
Yeah,
the three of them.
We reweighed them. Guess what more came in at, Penny?
45, 50 pounds.
She was 60 something last time.
Oh. No.
72.8 pounds.
Well,
That's big.
all right. Not to be a dick, but I'm not looking for berries when I get a 72-pound fucking retriever. I'm looking
You
for.
ain't eating my dogs. I tossed them out of the plane before you could eat them. You ain't eating my dogs.
I'm looking for the salt and the pepper, son. Fuck those berries.
Hey, you guys behave. You want to say hello? Come here.
Pepper.
Yeah, I got a life jacket for my dog when we go out canoeing.
Mora.
And someone asked me, like, that is wearing a life jacket in case my ass needs an extra flotation device.
Mora, look over here. Say hello. Mora, give me kisses. Oh, good girl.
Battery plug.
You on the chair.
Essie, come here, girl. Essie, come on. Give me a hug. Up. Come on. Come on. Obama. You want to meet Obama?
No.
Come on up. Come on.
That sounded pretty unanimous.
Oh. Come say hi.
He's actually the cutest one of them.
Oh. Good boy.
Well, I like sugar and I like tea, but what?
That's Obama.
Yeah. Tell me I want my money back for this healthcare bullshit.
He's telling you to jump out of the plane.
Only if he's coming.
He will, just to watch. You ain't eating my dog. Well, thank you, folks. It's been a blast. We kind of did a couple scenarios, and it went pretty quick. I'm surprised. There was a lot of good answers. Surprisingly, there was a pretty diverse kind of distinction between the male and female mind this time. Last time, it was the female that was a little bit more contrite. Or no, that's not the right word. She was
Bloodthirsty?
more. Well, yeah, she wanted to eat people. You know, that was kind of different. So it was kind of funny seeing the swap around this time, and did you guys have any last comments or any, what was your favorite scenario out of the three of them?
Eating the dogs instead of picking berries.
Joe, you got to say it one time. Get in my belly.
Get in my belly.
I want back, baby, back ribs.
Get in my belly.
What was your favorite card, Penny? Which one was your favorite?
Oh, Lord.
Which one was the hardest for you?
Well, I'm resigned to being pushed out of a plane after I'm dead, so that's not so bad. Probably the taking the shot on the tyrant, because there's just too much conflict between taking care of the kids, which I've been doing for so long. That's just innate. But now the foraging for food and stuff, that was probably the easiest.
Well, surprisingly, none of you has ever brought up during the tyrant question the ability of what it's like to actually take a life. But that's for a later conversation for another time. What about you, Adam? What was your favorite card?
My favorite card was the berries, the berry one.
That's probably the easiest.
That was my.
Yeah, that's the easiest question, I think.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I thought. I don't know. I thought putting it forward was a good card. It was a good card.
Bree?
That'll make you think.
I liked the berry card because it was the most realistic of the three.
Yeah.
Like, it was the most probably would happen card if any of those were to happen.
I think you could definitely apply it to life now even. We go through similar things today, so it's not hard to really envision.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite one because it was the most like applicable and realistic to something that could be a thing that you could come across. You'd have to make that decision. Like, it's probably pretty rare that you're going to be up on an airplane with 6 of your best friends and 2 of you have to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because that's
Unless you're going to Vegas.
Well, what was that movie? The Honeymoon or whatever, the Vegas Vacation? No, Vegas Marriage or whatever.
Babe, what was that? The Vegas, the 3 guys in Vegas, 4 guys in Vegas movie?
With the Chinese guy that they put in the
The
trunk.
Hangover.
The
Yeah,
Hangover.
there you go.
There you go. So it could happen, you know.
Good effort.
But the Barry question was kind of cool. Yeah, I mean it was very realistic, you know, because we do that now. You know, we go in the bush, you know, with friends now. We go into life around friends now. You know, do you share with your friends or do you do your own thing? You know, so
I think due to my size and skill set, I might actually get close to a dictator. They might want to come and talk to me.
What about a really bad guy though?
Yep. I think I would get next to one. I like social engineering.
That was my bad attempt at humor again. You know, the whole dictator that, you never seen that potato that looks like a penis? Dictator.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so funny, Gary. It's so funny. I love you guys.
I wonder if I can actually show that here.
Taking Canadian.
I wonder what there's been a couple people that are watching, so I'm wondering what they're saying during this whole thing. Let's see, share screen. There, can you see that?
Yep.
You guys can see that? Yep, it's a dictator.
Oh god.
It's a dictator.
So Gary,
I love that.
what
Yes.
was your favorite question?
You know, I'm gonna have to go with the. I'm gonna have to go with the plane thing.
Wow, is that because you said you weren't going to kill me?
No, but I think that if I was to look at all the scenarios, I can look at the Barry thing. Well, that's just a given. I know that I'm not going to struggle with that. You know, I know that we have an agreement. We share equally. We work as a team. We work together. That means everybody shares and suffers together. So that's not an issue. That's not a conflict for me. Become the tyrant? Well, you know, as people get to know me, they realize I really have a low tolerance for bullies anyways. So he's a fucking tyrant. Put him down. You know, it's that simple. If that means you got to die, well, you know, you're going to die anyways. So if my death is going to serve a greater purpose, well, that's only a benefit. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to allow a bully to continue to bully. That's just fucked up. If I can stop it, I will do it. You know, I've had my ass beat in real life trying to stop a bully. I beat a lot of asses for being a bully. You know, I can't stand it. It's one of my weaknesses. I have no tolerance for a bully. Now the plane thing, that was a conflict. How do you say to your friend, or how do you say to your comrades, hey, sorry, Charlie, but you're going to have to fucking go. You know, even if you volunteer to be one of the two, you're still left in a conundrum. Who's going to live and die? You don't want to see any of them die, obviously, but you don't want to die. So what do? Could I have the courage to sacrifice myself for my buddy? Or would I say, fuck, Joe, dude, you're gone. Sorry. Life sucks. Get a helmet. You know, I'm sorry. I don't know. So it was a very challenging card on a personal level for me. So that's the card I would choose. I think that was probably my favorite because that's one that's going to keep me thinking for a while. So, well, I want to thank you all. It's now a little bit later than I thought. Well, I'm just getting a little thing. I want everybody that was watching, I don't know what the two viewers, who they are. I'm kind of curious. I guess we'll find out. I think the one fellow was the the one guy that commented. What was his name there, Joe?
I want to say, hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
I can't see anything.
Well, there's two viewers, so I'm curious what they're thinking right now, which card they liked. Once this goes and is finished, maybe you guys that are viewing can put your comments and just kind of weigh in on the 3 cards and see which one was your favorite. And if you want to put in what you guys would do, do that as well. And we'll get ready for next week's. Also, we have the 12 Days of Christmas coming up, so you guys got to pay attention to that too.
It was Mark Hansen. I don't know if he's still in. He was asking if he could join in. I wish I'd have seen that sooner, because I would have said something to you.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. I'm just playing around. I just found the chat room.
Was it on the
Ready Group post, Gary?
On the Reddit, back in Facebook.
Yeah, he was asking to join in. I apologize, Mark. I just went back to Facebook and checked that, buddy. No one was ignoring you.
Sorry, Mark, if that's you watching. I wonder who else is watching. Mark, why don't you join in, and you can actually be one of the panelists for next year. And that's the puppies telling me to sign off. So we are done. Thanks for coming out, and thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Rock
Peggy.
on.
Bye, Gary.
Yeah.